It's your boy Davidoff. Welcome to a review for Jumanji, The Next Level. So when I watched the first one a couple years back, I watched it like somewhere near, it came out near Christmas actually. I remember watching it and I didn't expect to like it, to be honest. I like the original Jumanji. I thought the new one based on the trailers just looked a bit too cringy in my opinion. But when I went to see it, I was like, that was alright. That was actually quite good. That was actually quite funny. It was quite entertaining. It wasn't as good as the first one for me, but it was still good for what it was in its own right. It was fine and it had good comedy in it, and I thought, you know what, if they make a sequel I'll come back and see it because they did a good job with the first one. So they made a sequel and here we are 2 years later. I just watched The Next Level and I gotta say it's not as good this time round. It's not great, but it's not terrible. The comedy in this is like hit and miss for me because like half of it is more cringy than the last one and the other half is a lot funnier than the last one. There's some parts in this that are really funny and some parts that are just cringe in terms of the comedy. In terms of like the characters, I like the additions. Also you get the old gang from the first movie. Well, it's not the first movie, but the one from Welcome to the Jungle. You get the same four kids, but you also get more additions as well. You get you get what's his name? I've forgotten his name. The main character's granddad is there, and then there's granddad's friend who you're in the restaurant with, and they're introduced into the movie. And when they drop into Jumanji, the characters change up. So The Rock and Kevin Hart's characters are the old men, are the granddad and his friend, and that's really funny. This time around, it's actually like that part of it is like probably the funniest part. The way those guys act like they're actually old men is hilarious. It's some good acting, I gotta say. The way it's done is just hilarious. The way they lose lives in this game is really funny. Sometimes it's a bit like, sometimes they're asking questions, to be honest. What I mean by that is there's no spoilers, but there is someone in this, there's a character in this movie that has a certain ability, right? But they're very selective in when they use it because it's an ability that's so useful, but they don't use it when they're in trouble. And it pisses me off sometimes when I watch it. I'm just like, okay, you got this situation and you got this power that can sort it out. Why are you not using it? I can't say anything beyond that, but it's a spoiler, so I can't say it. But all I'm going to say is it pissed me off and frustrated me that this person didn't use the power when they needed to use it. When you're given abilities in a video game, you bloody use it, mate. But yeah, this was good. Like, this was pretty good. Not as good as the first one. Comedy was hit and miss. Sometimes better, sometimes worse. The additions were good. The additions, I think, is what made it better in certain ways. There's a bit more of a serious storyline as well in some ways, but it's mostly a lighter tone movie. And it also kind of sets up a third one at the end. I can't say much else, but there's kind of a setup. If they want to do a third, it's been given an ending, 100%, but if they want to do a third one, the seeds are there to do it. If you haven't seen Jumanji, like any Jumanji, I don't know if you'd like this. It's a video game movie. It's where people are put into a video game. You have 3 lives. You got to complete a mission before losing all your lives. If you don't do it before you lose all your lives, you're stuck in the game forever. Essentially, that's what it is. That's what it's about. If you're into that sort of stuff, then check it out. If you've seen the first one, if you've seen Welcome to the Jungle from 2 years ago and you liked it, then watch this. If not, then I don't know. If you didn't like the first one, I don't think you like the second one. This one isn't as good, is what I'm saying. Obviously, it's also subjective, but what I'm saying is I recommend it if you've seen the first one and you like it. If not, I'm not so sure. This for me is like a 7 out of 10. It's fine. Would I watch it again if it was on TV? Yes. I would not go back to cinema for this movie. I would not buy it on Blu-ray. Not to be rude, but I would not buy this movie. I'd watch it again if it was on TV, but that's about it. It's not like some amazing movie. It's just fun. It's a fun ride. It's pretty funny. And yeah, it's just okay. It's just okay, you know. It's a nice little thing to watch. And yeah, this is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and see ya.